So it was about 4 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday morning, and I was locked in this endless poker game. And I kept thinking, there's something I gotta do. And I couldn't think of it. Next thing I know, I wake up a couple hours later, my wife and a bunch of women in her bedroom, and she's barking out a bunch of commands at me. And I'm looking at her, and she's grabbing these boxes, and she said something about yard sales or consignment sales. And I heard the war hoops fading in the distance. I went back to sleep. A couple seconds later, my daughter is standing on my bed, with arms like Wonder Woman, going, "Hurry up, Daddy, it's tippy tap class." And I go, oh my God, tippy tap class. My wife had signed up my daughter for this dance class. She'd gone once or twice, I hadn't gone yet. And I guess today it was my duty. And I said, okay, hon, let me wake up, get a shower, get something to eat, get some caffeine. She goes, "No, we don't have time for that." And I'm like, oh, okay, have you eaten? Yes! And she probably had a box of Captain Crunch. And I go, okay. I just roll out of bed, throw on some slippers, as is, I'm just gonna go to this class. But as I'm going out of the house, I don't drink coffee, so I reach in the refrigerator and grab some soda for caffeine for the way. I'm driving there, and I take a big hit of the soda, which turned out to be a mistake, because it was a beer. It winds up all over the front windshield. Perfect tippy-tap class breath. Children's services will be waiting for me when I pull up. Of course, my daughter's like, "Was that a beer?" Which I'm gonna, I could say, "Don't tell your mom," but it's the first thing she's gonna do. To understand what happened next, just to understand my childhood, my parents both worked and traveled, so they never went, when I played sports, they never went to a game, let alone a practice. So that explains why when I pulled outside this dance studio, my daughter was giving me directions, I pulled outside this dance studio, I go, okay, going out, see you in an hour. My daughter goes, "I'm 4. And I'm like, I guess you want me to go in with you. She's like, so I go in with her, and in the studio there's 29 little girls, all in ballet outfits, in front of these 2 doors, all tiptoeing. There are 29 women in a U-circle thing. I'm the only male there, 29 women there. My daughter joins all the women, and they're all dancing. They open these 2 big doors, and they all go in. I go over to sit with the women. Now, I haven't showered, shaved, and they all slide down. And I sit there, and I look around, I go, where do we watch him? Where do we watch him? And one of the ladies goes, "Madame Lesarge does not want us distracting the dancers. So we do not watch them, they don't watch us." I go, "Really?" I was excited now because I pictured Madame Lesarge probably went in there, put on some music, sat down in a chair, lit up a cigarette, rubbed her aching corns, but I don't care. I can go get some caffeine. So I could run down the street to go get some Pepsi or Coke from the Burger King. I run in there. I go, can I have a Coke? And the kids are like, "Hash browns with that?" I go, "No, I don't want hash browns. Just give me the Coke." And then I reach to pay for it, and my wife's taken all my money. So no caffeine. Now I'm running back to the thing. As I run back into the thing, I hear this noise coming from the studio. It's like, I walk in, and there are 29 girls tap dancing in front of these big doors. And my daughter's sitting with all the other moms, waving these shoes in the air. "Daddy, Daddy, tap dance." And I go, oh my God, tippy tap. Which blows my mind. My wife's whole perspective is that men can't multitask. We have one thing we can do. And so to me, it blows me away that my daughter's gonna learn 2 entirely different dance disciplines in one class. One is ballet, and the other's tap dancing. Sam was my first child, but after that I had 2 sons. I never took them to a basketball practice. In the middle of it, the guy goes, "Okay, put on your hockey skates." No, it's one thing at a time. But my daughter's waving the shoes. I go over there, and she goes, "Put them on my feet, put them on my feet." And I try to put them on her feet, and she's like, "Undo the buckle, undo the buckle. The buckle is this big." I can't get the buckle, so I'm like shotting her like a horse. I'm trying to put it on her feet. My daughter always knows when she has an audience. She's like, "You're hurting me." That year, on her 4th birthday, she wasn't outside, and I found her in the back bathroom, which overlooks the backyard. I go, "Sammy, why aren't you outside with the other girls in the slip and slide?" She goes, "I want to wait until all their hair gets wet, So when I get outside, my hair looks the best. I just backed away. So she has an audience. I finally get the shoes on her, and she's there, this hurts. And she limps her way. There's a clap. And all the moms shake their heads. Now, that's my adulting turning point, because after that, I had 2 sons. I was a helicopter parent. I went to everything I could go to. And Sam is now here tonight. She's in her 20s. She just announced that she's going to be moving out in the fall. And it's a shame, because every night Sam comes home and watches some TV show with me, and she'll always point to the ugliest, oldest guy in the show and go, that guy reminds me of you. And bizarrely, it's the highlight of my day when she does that. And I just calls back to that night, at the end of the night with Tippy Tap, when I put her to bed. And I put her to bed, and I gave her a Mickey pillow, and she goes, I don't use a Mickey pillow. I don't use a Mickey pillow for years. I'm like, okay, fine. And then I decided to parent. I go, look, Sam, do you know how fortunate you are to even go to a Tippy Tap class? Lots of kids don't do that. Do you know how lucky you are? She goes, no, Dad, you're the lucky one. You went to Tippy Tap class with Sammy. And she was right.